Welcome back, everyone, to After the Island. Before we get into today's episode, we want to take a minute to thank our sponsor, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this episode. So, BetterHelp is an online therapy provider service. It's 100% online. You basically can take a quiz at the start when you want to sign up, and they will help match you with a licensed therapist. I think BetterHelp is amazing to have online therapy, whether you're going through something that might be keeping you up at night or you want to talk through something with a professional. You just can't go wrong by doing it with an unbiased opinion, and it's always good to have. Therapy is always a pro. So make sure that you check out betterhelp.com/aftertheisland to sign up using our code. That's betterhelp.com/aftertheisland. Let's take another brief moment to hear from one of today's sponsors, Miracle Made. Did you know that the temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics that makes temperature-regulating bedding so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. They're self-cleaning, so the sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth and leaving them to stay cleaner and fresher 3 times longer than other sheets, so no more gross odors. It's designed for your skin too, so stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne, so sleep with Miracle Made. So go to trymiracle.com/ATI and try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift or for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our code ATI at checkout, you will get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is also so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't satisfied 100%, you'll get a full refund. So go to trymiracle.com/ATI. Hey guys, welcome back to After the Island. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Alex.
And we have Abby with us today.
Hi.
We are so excited to have you on. So for anyone listening, Abby is from the most recent season of UK Love Island.
Mm-hmm.
It was honestly my favorite UK season I've ever watched.
Really?
Yeah, it was messy and
messy.
I kept saying the whole time I was watching that messy bitch was my favorite.
Oh God. He was a lot of people's favorite, to be fair. He brought it good.
I can't wait to hear about everything. So you came in as a Casa Amor girl, right?
Yeah. People forget. I was speaking to Olivia Atwood at a party after the show, and she was like, "So what were you week 2?" And I was like, "No, it's Casa Amor." And she was like, "No, you weren't." I was like, "Yeah, I really was." Yeah, I literally crammed a whole Love Island season into 4 weeks.
I mean, were you the only girl that came back from Casa?
No, because Molly came back.
Oh, right.
She was kind of before. And then also Amber.
How did it feel going into the villa?
Do you know what? I'm actually I know a lot of people say they wouldn't want to do Casa Amor. I actually think Casa's better because you go in and you've got a little group of girls. You're not walking in just on your own. It's really intimidating. And then, I mean, I know it's a bit, but the other girls are gone. So you're not taking their man in their face, and it's less confrontational. So yeah, I think it was better. And then going into the villa with the other girls, I was already friends with Molly and Amber. So I had my little group already friends with all the boys. So it was all right. I think we had it easier being in Casa Amor.
Rather than a bombshell. That's an amazing point you make because I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah, because when I got the call about Casa, I was like, oh, I want to be a normal bombshell, but then actually being there, I was like, no, do you know what? This is great.
Yeah. Well, we always talk about how, at least on the US season, it is so intimidating going in as a Casa girl. How do you go about talking to these guys in Casa without feeling like stepping on anyone's toes?
Well, when I got there, I actually, from what I'd seen of the show, I didn't think that any toes were there to be stepped on. No one really seemed 100% solid. I mean, the only people that I really thought were more solid was Ty and Ella. And at the time I was like, oh, I think Ty's head will turn. But now definitely not. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to go in for Mitch. I knew I was there going for him anyway. So
you did?
Yeah. Literally from like I watched like the episode 1 of the season, and straight from episode 1 I was like, oh yeah, Mitch would be for me.
I'm like, what was it that drew you to him? The messiness?
Do you know what? Like, I think this is the personality. Like, he's so like bubbly and like he's a little bit. I mean, he literally is crazy. Like, he actually is crazy. But yeah, like he's just a bit wild, and I like that. I like someone that's quite like a strong personality, because I'm quite a strong personality. So we like go up against each other. I mean, we really did, but.
When you guys ended up going on your date, when he brought you back to the villa, I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to win it all. Like, I was like, they're going to date and they're going to get married. Like, I was like, at that moment, like, sold in my mind that was so solid. So when like, walk us through like when it wasn't as solid. It was when Scott came in, right? Or was it a little bit before then?
So Scott was obviously already in the villa, but he wanted to get to know me. Me and Mitch were good for probably like 2 weeks.
A long time.
What's that?
That's a long time.
Yeah. Like, no, we were good. And like, even though Scott had said to me, I want to get to know you, I was like, well, and it didn't come across this way, like after the edit, but he was like, I want to get to know you. And I was like, well, that's cool. I am with Mitch, so I'm going to keep everything the same. And then we'll see. Like, if you can turn my head, maybe you can. But once I'm with a guy, like, I never normally date two and one. And all the girls were saying to me, you need to go, like, you need to open up, because Mitch has got to know every bombshell. Like, you wait for another girl to come, he'll turn his head, or whether they're like, just have like speak to Scott, you're on Love Island. So I'm like, right, okay. So sort of chatted with Scott, but every conversation I would always go like back to Mitch, and I'd like reassure him and everything, which I don't really know how much I haven't actually watched it back, so I don't know how much of that was actually shown. No. And then and then it all went like a bit wrong, obviously, when Ella came in, but the night before, and I know this wasn't aired, but the night before, Mitch had said to me, if you dead things off with Scott now, I'll be exclusive with you. And then he was like, if one of us is getting dumped, like, he was like, I will leave if you go. I will actually walk the villa. Yeah. So then the next day in the morning, we wake up and we go for, like, he goes off on his date and like comes back with Ella. And literally from then it was like done, like, no, not really any contact. Like, he was saying to me, oh, you're still my number one. And then he'd go and chat with Ella, but not come and speak to me. So I was like, okay, cool, you're gone. So I literally waited 2 days and then it was over. But I did actually call it off with Scott when Ella came in. And I was like, nah, like, it's not fun. This isn't fun. Like, I don't want it. Like, I don't want to do this. And then Mitch was like, no, well, sorry. Like, I need to give her a chance. And I'm like, mate.
Oh, my God.
I know. But I think I understand why the public were like, oh, like, you've been getting to know Scott, so he needs to be able to get to know Ella. But where I was sort of stood, I was like, well, you've had like 5 weeks of Love Island experience, and you're saying you waited. Then when I came, I was the one you were waiting for. Then you still wanted her. I'm like, cool, whatever. I want someone that wants me. I'm not going to be there like, oh, I'll take you back. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah.
Yeah. Did you keep it cool, like, when that all went down? Or how did you deal with that? I would have freaked out.
Do you know, when he was on the date, I was so stressed, like so stressed out. And so was Sammy. So we sat together because Jess had gone on her date and had gone on his at the same time. And literally we were both just sat together like, huh. And that's when Scott pulled me to the gym, because he was like, just get it out of your head. Like, he asked me 3 times to go to the gym and I was like, no. And he was like, just, you need to clear your head. Like, let's do something, like, distract you. So he was actually being nice. Like, Scott is like my friend. Do you know what I mean? It was very much like brother, sister, friendship vibes. Like, it was, and we obviously tried to make a connection, but it was those sort of things that he would do for me. Or like, one time when Mitch and Ella were sort of like having a go at me, he stood up and came right over and sat with me and was like, no, you're not doing 2-on-1. Like, I'm here to support. So he was very like good friend. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's so nice to hear.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely didn't keep my cool when they went on that date. I was like,
I mean, how could you? That's like, that's the worst thing ever. It's like sitting there just waiting for what you know is happening to come back inside the villa.
5 hours.
I can't with how long the dates are.
Hang on.
Let's take another brief second to hear from one of our sponsors, AG1. I started drinking AG1 and giving it a try to kind of start a ritual in the mornings. It works as like a immune system supporter, and it just kind of feels like I'm doing this on a timely habit. And it's like a foundational nutrition product to just stick with every morning. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my body, and then I'm ready to go out and start my day. So since I've been drinking AG1, I've noticed that I'm way more focused. My digestion is a lot better. I feel more regulated, and I have more energy throughout the day. And I like that every scoop of AG1 is packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and high quality whole food sourced ingredients that boost my energy and improve my mood and give me healthier, happier looking skin, hair, and nails. My AG1 is delivered to me every month, so it's just been super easy to just keep it as a daily habit. So as you're building your health, it really helps to have your foundation being built first. So if you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. So go to ag1.com/ATI. That's drinkag1.com/ATI. Go check it out. Let's take another brief moment to hear from another one of our sponsors, Magic Spoon. So Magic Spoon is a wholesome, fueling, simple, high quality cereal option. I've also been eating it as like a little snack throughout the day as well, but it's a great way to start your morning by having a bowl of Magic Spoon. So there's 13 to 14 grams of protein in it. It's 4 to 5 grams of net carbs and 0 grams of sugar per serving, 0. Magic Spoon is high protein, and it kind of reinvents all your childhood favorites with only using 0 grams of sugar. There's a 4 variety pack that I've been trying right now. The flavors are cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. Right now I like the cocoa one because I have such a sweet tooth and I'm a big like chocolate girl. There's only 140 calories in a serving, and it's high protein, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, and soy free. So go to magicspoon.com/ATI to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code ATI and check out and save $5 off of your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product that it's backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So remember, get your next delicious bowl of high quality protein cereal at magicspoon.com/ATI and use the code ATI to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, no worries. How did you feel? Did you know that Scott was going on US?
No.
So how did you feel when you saw him walk into the Love Island villa or seeing it, on social media or wherever?
Do you know what? I'm proud of him to be doing this. Do you know what I mean? Like, fair play. Like, if he's on his quest for love, I'm assuming that's what he's doing. So,
So fun.
He's definitely on his quest for love.
Yeah. So I didn't actually watch the US one. Like, I didn't actually know what he got up to in there, but he left with a girl, didn't he?
Yes.
So they did leave together, but I was going to ask if you've seen it, if you thought it was like genuine, or like if you were like, yes, I could tell Scott likes her, but if you
I've not seen it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he's looking for a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's 22. So, like, I don't know whether he's a bit young. Like, I lived with Scott for a week after we got dumped because we had to stay in Mallorca to do the after sun. So he literally is 22. That's literally, he's young. He's like a young boy. Like, I would go out and sunbathe, and I was like, oh, Scott, like, do you want to come sit with me? Like, we can play cards. And he's like, no, I'm staying in my room. I'm going to play the Xbox. I was like, great.
Oh my God,
like
child.
living with a little brother, like, literally. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think he wants a relationship, but I don't know whether he's like mature to like have a proper serious relationship. It might just be a bit of fun for now. So, but fair play to him.
So post Villa, have you and Mitch kind of like smooth things over? Like, what's the status with that? I know I even saw like rumors online that because you and Mitch did like an appearance together, that people were speculating you two were talking again, and then I want to know like if you were shocked that him and Ella B didn't work out.
I wasn't shocked about him and Ella B not working out. Like, I didn't really buy it. Like, I said on the reunion that mine and his connection was better than they had, and like I still stand by it. I do. Like what we had in the villa. Like, since coming out, like, obviously I've seen him at events. Like, we've seen each other a couple times. Like, we've smoothed everything over. Everything's good, but I'm enjoying my single life. So. I am single.
We love to hear that.
What are the DMs like? Are they flooded with people?
Yeah, like, do you know what? I've had a few, but do you know what? Whitney taught me so well in that villa. Because I say, like, I learned how to love in Love Island. I didn't find love, but I learned how. And I've got all these DMs, everyone's saying, oh, like I would love a relationship with you or whatever, like, giving me like all this, like, showering with affection, and I'm just doing the whole thing of like, I'll watch it, like, you can prove to me, like, I'm not, your actions will speak louder than your words, because I'm done with these guys that say it all and then nothing comes. So yeah. I'm just doing it now.
Very fair. Well, who would you say was like your closest girlfriends while you were in there? So
Molly and Amber definitely were like my closest, and then I felt like Katie and Whitney were sort of like, they were like the wise ones. Like, they would give like really sound advice. Like, I was friends with all the girls, but as like on like a little like stupid friendship, like, you know, when you're just like goofing off and stuff, I would be with like Molly and Amber, and then like Whitney I would go to for advice, and same with like Katie. So yeah.
Out of the final 4 couples, who would you have voted for to win?
I wanted Molly and Zach to win because, like, absolutely love Mol. Like, she's great. Like, they are perfect together. I mean, all of them like have such good connection. So I probably would have just said Mol because I was closest with her.
I loved Molly. She was so funny.
Yeah, no, she was great. Her TikToks were wild.
Yeah. This was a question that we normally ask at the beginning of interviews, but I forgot to ask you. How did you end up on the show? Did you apply or did they reach out to you? And like, what was all of that like?
So it's actually really interesting. I applied kind of when I was 18. I was on like a show. Yeah, I was on like a show, like Be On TV, like, you know, like an extras thing where you like walk in the background of a TV show or something like that. Because my sisters did it like from school, like they ended up doing this like extra work, and I was like, I want to do that too. So I just signed up to a website, and then I was reached out to by Love Island years ago, like when I was 18, to say, oh, like maybe to do, like, I had no idea what Love Island was for season 3, and then every year, like, so I had a boyfriend then after that for 4 years, but they would always like get in touch, like there would always be like a DM from ITV to say like, oh, you interested in doing this like dating show or whatever, and I just left it because I was in a relationship. And then last summer, the Ekin-Su and Davide season, I was meant to be doing that, so like I'd sort of gone through all of the casting and everything, and then like obviously it didn't happen, and then came in this year. But I think they knew. I think they were sort of like, oh yeah, you're going to go in, but really it wasn't actually for that year. I think they knew that it was going to be the following summer.
Did you do like the quarantine and stuff for the previous season?
No, not for the other one. It was more of like, you're at home, and if you get a phone call now, we're going to fly you out. So just be like prepared. But the vibe was different this year. Like, I knew when they were saying like, oh, wait for your call, I was like, yeah, like the call is coming. Like, it's not even a question. Like, I knew it was coming.
It is so wild to hear you say that, because I swear every single person, including Elizabeth and I, have said every casting process, no one worries about it. Like, you either just know or you don't. And it's so funny to hear you say that too. Like, you just knew you were getting it. Every single person says that. Yeah,
it's so weird. Like, it's like the energy, you can just tell.
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't ever, like, to clarify, like, they don't tell you.
No, even if you go in quarantine, they can send you back from quarantine. Like, they'll put you out there and then just send you home again. So everyone's on edge. But the other cast girls, some of them were in quarantine, like from episode 1. Like, they literally did the whole
Wow.
Yeah.
Like who? Which ones?
So Gabby, I think Gabby was meant to be an OG.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did all the like, the press and the pictures, like the little Love Island thing. And she did all that in London. Yeah. So it's really weird. But obviously it's like a reactive show, isn't it? So they just see like how people go. They probably, I reckon, like as you're in your holding as well, they sort of monitor like what you're sort of saying, who your type is, and they think, okay, well, we'll change it around a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
This is actually a really good story. So I've not told anyone, like I've not publicly said this yet. So when I was in my holding, like I'm saying, like if they know who you like and stuff, I had 2 donkeys in my holding with me. We had a field and donkeys in the garden, like really rogue. And one of them was a little like grey one, and the other one was a little brown one, and we called them Mitch and Meddy.
No.
Because we kept going donkey, and we thought this is so rude, we have to come up with a name. And my chaperone was like, well, you love Mitch, so you might as well give him the name Mitch.
Stop. Mitch that?
I've told Mitch, yeah. I told him in the villa, and then they were like, please don't talk about the donkeys anymore.
They were like, the public truly is not going to understand that.
So what you're saying.
About the donkeys.
Wait, I'm laughing because when you first started telling us that, I was like, is donkey a word for like a funny person in the UK or something?
No, literal like animals. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like a code word for chaperones or something. I was like,
no, it was legit a real donkey. And the donkey come inside the villa. It like came round and like walked in the villa. Yeah.
Wait, is that a normal thing?
No.
There?
No.
Did they escape the zoo?
Literally mental. I told the other islanders, they were like, donkeys, like so weird. And I think I can't remember who else it is. Oh, Kaz from season 5. We had the same villa as me because I was talking about the donkeys at an event, and she was like, I had that villa.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now I want to know who the donkey people were from every season.
Yes, literally.
That is such a good question. We've got to ask everybody.
Who had the donkey villa?
Yeah, who had the donkey villa? I just thought of this randomly, but was there any news that you came out to in the real world that you were shocked to hear? Because obviously you all don't have your phones, for anyone that doesn't know, no contact with the outside world. So
yeah, so there was a time when I was like getting to know Mitch, and I must have said about the royal family, and there's this whole thing about me like knowing the royal family, and I'm like going there for Christmas, or it's literally not like that. I literally
I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm so embarrassed. I'm thinking, oh my God, like Harry's probably got like a thing through to say like this press has come out about you. Like, do you know this girl? So we're like, no.
No.
Yeah, like, I literally used to do like horse riding lessons. I was in a pony club that was in the like Royal Military Academy. It's near where I live. And it was literally, we just saw them sometimes. Like they would be at the stables, like be at the yard. So we'd walk past them. They loved my little sister. Like my little sister was so cute. She was like 3, and he would like pick her up and like go, oh, she's so cute. But not like, so we did meet them and we knew them. And like at the time they recognized our faces. Like there was one time I saw them in McDonald's. So it was just Harry in McDonald's, and he was like, don't tell anyone here. But he like recognized us. So, but now he wouldn't know who I am. Like they wouldn't know who I am now.
Oh my God. I was literally going to ask you about that, and I didn't know if I was allowed, but.
Oh my God, yeah. No, well, I was like, what the hell? That is so
because
random.
There were so many articles about it too. When I was looking up articles,
like
it was like one of the first things. I was like, she goes to Royals? Abby's a Royal?
It's like, rude.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Wait, a lot of people want to know what your thoughts were on Scott and Catherine. Did you think that relationship was fake or real?
I think it was real. Like, I actually do. I think when Scott first came in, I don't think Kat was the one that he actually was gonna actually go for, like straight off. And I think just the more that they spoke, it was like their actual personalities, like they just gelled so well. But I think this is why Love Island is like a social experiment. It's very interesting, and they do like Casa Amor is a great way to see, because I think that they got on really well, but there must have been something missing, because then obviously recoupled, and like I just don't think, like, obviously they had a little flirt like when they came out, and there may have still been like feelings there, but I don't think they could have rekindled, because Scott was very like hurt by the fact that she brought Ellen back, and like it's Casa Amor, it is what it is. Like these things do happen. So you're on Love Island.
Are her and Ellen still together?
No, they're not. So it just didn't work out. Like again, like on the outside world was different than being in the villa, and so.
That's fair. Have any of the other? None of the final four people have broken up yet. They're all still together.
They're all like real relationships. Like I was with Ella last night, and Ella was saying they're looking at getting a house together or a flat or something. So, and like she's actually actively looking at places, and so they're all very.
I love them. I'm like obsessed with them.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, me too. I'm even obsessed with them. They're my friends. I'm like, I love your relationship.
So cute. Someone wants to know, how did you think of the Gaslighter line at the reunion?
To be fair, well, I genuinely actually think I was gaslighting there. Like on reflection, looking at it, he would say like gaslighting is when someone's saying, they say something to you and then they go, no, I never said that, and that is literally what Mitch did. So, and then he's the gas engineer, so it just flowed out. Do you know what I mean? It's great.
Stop.
I have thought of it before. Like I'm not gonna like claim that I was there, like I'm that like nippy and quick-witted, but I'd thought of it before, and then I thought, this is just the perfect place to say it.
So funny.
He gaslights himself.
Yeah,
he really.
He's just messy. So
truly, it's beautiful though for the content.
Yeah. He is harmless. He is, but he just.
A lot of these are like, are you rekindled with Mitch? Would you get back to?
God.
I know.
No, I'm single.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we're civil, and I don't know, but we're not together. I'm a single lady.
Clearing that up. Perfect.
Yeah.
Wait, can you tell us, have there been any really good DMs you've gotten from like past Islanders on other seasons, or like any?
There's one person that I did speak about in an interview, and then I got in trouble for saying it, so I'm not allowed to actually say, but it was someone who won Love Island. Not so long ago. But I can't say who it is. And then I had, did you see on Jack Finch? There was like a massive like headline in the Sun saying that he was like trying to get with me straight after he's ended with his ex or something. Like he commented on a picture of me and Scott, and it was like, oh, if it doesn't work out, like maybe you could do something with me. I don't even know what it was. And I was like, oh, you clearly didn't watch my season, because we're not together.
Because that didn't work out.
Yeah. So but I've had some good DMs, like some good people, but like I'm kind of just not bothered at the minute. Like I really wanted a relationship before Love Island, and now since coming out, I just think I'm enjoying like living my life and just doing what I want to do. So yeah.
Wait,
like you said, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, wait, how old are you again?
I'm 25.
Yeah, that is like the perfect age to kind of be like, I could either go the relationship way, or I could go the still be single for a while way.
Yeah, like I wanted when I went in, I literally said like I want to meet a boyfriend, like so I can like get a house and some dogs, like be really like wholesome, so cute. I'm just gonna do it by myself now. I'm gonna buy my own house.
Wait, that's great.
I feel like Love Island teaches you that. If you don't walk out with a boyfriend, you walk out with a lot of self-love.
Absolutely. I don't need a man.
Period. I know that you said that Mitch was your number one, like the whole way through, even in quarantine waiting. But if he wasn't there, was there anyone else you had your eyes on besides Scott too?
See, so Scott was probably my like number two. But then after, like literally in Casa, I had one conversation with Scott. And the girls were like, oh, I quite like Scott's got good chat. And I was like, no. I was like, it's not for me. Like, you guys can have him. Like, I don't want him. And then I end up, like, chatting with him. I'm like, oh, God. But we just made a friendship. So it wouldn't have worked. Like, I wouldn't have gone for him. Maybe, I mean, Sammy's really funny. Like, I like Sammy's personality. Like, we are really good friends. Like, we've been out a few times together. So maybe Sammy. But to be honest, like, he's not really my type. Like, this is the thing. Like, you go on Love Island and you go, oh, I'm going to meet someone. Like, I genuinely went in thinking, I'm coming out, I will marry. It's going to be like Molly and Tommy. Like, I will marry this person for the rest of my life. We'll be together. And now looking back, you're like, how many men are actually put in that villa? It's such a small number. And you're meant to find a connection with this one person. Like, it's so unlikely that it will happen. But it does. Like, it has happened in the past. But yeah, like, I don't really know. But yeah, maybe Sammy.
I love the idea, though, of everyone going and thinking like they want the Tommy and Molly thing in mind, because I feel like it just sets everyone up to have like a very like wholesome approach. Like, no one's going in there for like a wrong reason. But then obviously, like, shit hits the fan and like stuff happens.
Literally. I know, because like I was so naive. I literally went in thinking this is going to be great. I was so lucky in Casa Amor. Like, me and Mitch got on so well. Like, it was amazing. I was having the smoothest ride ever. Everyone, I go in the beach hut and they go, oh, how's it going? And I was like, great. This is so easy. Like, I love this. And then obviously then it got worse. But
oh my gosh.
They said it's never meant to be this easy.
No. I should have known like something was coming.
What was there anything not shown, or did you watch? So you didn't watch back like the season yet?
No, I haven't watched it back, but I might know. Like, ask me the question, because I might know. Like, my mum sort of said, "Oh, that wasn't shown. That wasn't like when I'm talking about things." So
yeah. Well, do you think you will watch it back eventually?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe. I know I've seen like clips. So actually there was a when we were at the reunion, I said like, oh, I've been looking on like TikTok and that's made me see like what mine and Mitch's connection was like. And Ella was like, how can you see that from a TikTok? But it's just because I haven't had time to watch the series. So it wasn't that I was like, oh my God, I literally watched TikTok and now I realise. Like, I knew it in the villa, but it was just like, you know, when you are over someone and then you see like your old pictures of your relationship and stuff and you're like, ah, like, it was good. But yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah, no, you convince yourself that it was a fairy tale romance, and then your brain kind of declouds and you're like, no, it wasn't. Literally. It was actually really toxic.
Literally. Yeah, you do believe it. You literally think like, oh God, like, no, that was really good. And I just have to keep saying this is not the same person. Like, there was another side. So he's a Gemini as well. So that's why he got that two sides to him.
Makes sense. So am I.
Oh.
That's okay. I own it.
I'm an Aries, and like Geminis and Aries are meant to get on really well. So
yes. I love an Aries.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about your signs in the villa at all? I feel like that's such a big thing in the US.
Yeah, I did. I was like the main one, like wanting to talk about it. So, but that's when I said to Mitch, like we were first like chatting, and I was like, oh, so what's star sign are you? And he was like, oh, Gemini, and I was like, oh, because I was like, well, Gemini and Aries are meant to be good together, but you have another side to you then. And he was like, I don't think I do, you know, like I just don't think I have that. And I was like, okay. And then it came. There was another time we had a conversation and he's like, we're so similar. I just don't see how we could ever have an argument. Like, I just don't think we'll ever argue. And I was like, well, we'll have to wait and see. And then,
oh my God. Just jinxed it.
It's trying so hard to manifest that into real life.
I'm like, right, definitely.
Uno reverse.
Sat there going, you want to wait because there's going to be arguments. You wait.
Since leaving, what has been like super fun for all of you guys? Like, what kind of like things have you guys been up to? And like, has there been any other Islanders that you've been able to get closer to, like since leaving Love Island?
Yeah, so I'm actually really good friends with Mal, and we never saw each other in Love Island. It was like completely, like she left and then I came in, so there was no crossover. So I said to her, like when we met, I was like, oh my God, this like feels like, you know when they do like The Simpsons and like Family Guy and they like mash
Yeah.
up. I'm like, this is what this feels like. It's really weird. It's like we're never meant to know each other.
Like a crossover. Yeah.
Like a crossover. Yeah. I was like, so strange. But me and Mal are really, really good friends. I've been with Amber a lot since leaving the villa. Obviously seen Mitch at a few events. So I've seen everyone. Like, I did like a brand trip with Ella. Who else came? So it's Amber, Ella, Catherine, and Leah. So we were all away. We went to Marbella together. So that was really good.
That's so fun.
That's so
okay, wait.
fun.
I finally remembered my question. I forgot.
Oh, yes.
Would you? So we just saw that they announced like an All Stars for the UK that will be coming this spring, I believe. Is that something you would ever do?
Yeah, no, I actually would. I feel like I'm like wiser now and I'm prepared. So I would definitely do it again. I mean, if you would have asked me on the day that I left the villa if I want to go back in, I'd be like, no, I'm done. But no, yeah, I would definitely do All Stars. I think it'd be fun. And I know, like now, obviously, I know some of the islanders like from previous series. So it'd just be fun to like go in there and like experience it with the other people. So, and who knows, they might put Mitch. So round 2.
Yeah, probably. Is there anyone from any other seasons that you would want to be on All Stars so that you could get to know them?
Do you know, like there's a few people, but I don't know if I want to say.
You can keep it under wraps. We'll just have to watch.
Yeah. Watch this space. Do you know what? The people there's one person that I would be interested in getting to know a bit more. Like I do know him, but I don't think he would do Love Island now. I think he's like finished it. So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting though, because actually meeting the people that I don't know in that villa, it'd be just cool to see, because you are just then focusing on a relationship. That's all you do in there. So rather than having I've got this event, I've got that event, no, I can't see you, I'm on this trip, I'm filming this, and you can't see each other, just to be able to focus on that. I mean, on one hand, it is good, but on the other hand, if you have nothing, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
I was just sat there on my own, like, at the end.
Going off of that, kind of back to your season and your time there, did you have any preconceived notions about anyone in the villa that kind of completely, when you walked in and talked to them or got to know them, completely changed your mind about them?
Yeah, 100%. Like, so Leah, from watching it, I don't know if did you guys watch the UK one?
Yeah.
I watched most of it.
So, you know, like Leah seemed really, really quiet. And I went in thinking, I was like, she must be so shy. Like, I was like, she must be like really shy. Like, honestly, complete opposite. She would like stand up on the beds, like she'd make up like dance routines. Like we used to do, you know, the like Lilo and Stitch voice. We used to do the like Lilo and Stitch voice, and like she was insane at it. Like she was really crazy, and that just didn't come through. So I went in thinking that she was going to be like really quiet and like shy, and just another person. So yeah.
She did seem really quiet and shy until movie night, when she made like. She like came out of her shell more.
Made his comment.
I'm like, I would love to know what Leah thinks of Scott being on Love Island US.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't even know what she thinks of it as well. Like, I've not even spoke to her about that, but you know, they had a bit of a feud like in the gelatin.
Yes.
What is Love Island without a feud?
Well, you know, and because I think he picked Leah, didn't he, when he first went in? I think he wanted to get to know her, so probably that didn't help too, that she sort of was like, no, thank you.
Fair. Wait, is there anything you would go back and change about your experience, or no? Would you keep everything like the same way it was?
Do you know what? I probably would keep it the same now that I'm out and I'm like looking back on it. And when I was in there, I thought, I wish I would have just like, been more cool about like Ella and Mitch, and then possibly he wouldn't have left. But I don't want someone that is going to do that anyway. So it's actually turned out for the best that I've come out single and I'm free of it. Do you know what I mean? I don't need that.
Tied to it. That's a good point. What other things do you have like planned coming up next?
So it's a couple of cool things. Like I'm looking at starting up my own business, which will be really good. I've been working with like I mean, it's insane. Like, you come out of this villa and then you get to work with these brands that, like, I've been shopping at for like years, like since I was little, and like now they want to work with me, which is cool. So I've done a few collaborations, and I've got more of those coming up. And then I've got like a big brand that wants to do like an edit with me, which will be really cool. So yeah, so some cool stuff. And then and around Christmas I've got something really exciting happening. So, but I can't actually talk about it yet. But yeah, like,
we'll keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah.
So are you were a flight attendant, right?
Yeah.
You're not going back to it?
No, oh my gosh, no. Like, I've hardly got time to even see my family. I'm actually at my sister's house right now. I'm visiting her because I was like, I need to see, like, I literally have one day that I can see you before I'm off again. I just would not be able to do this life and the flight. I was assuming to go back to it, to be honest, like to be a flight attendant, but it's just all changed, and you just never know how it's going to go. Like, I literally could have gone in and been in there 3 days and come out and gone back to normal, but just crazy.
My ass would be on the first flight working, being like, yes, actually it is me. It is me. You're not seeing things. How's it going? Like, and then I quit.
Yeah. You could just pull the door and go down the slide and like peace out.
I'm actually out. Please exit to your right.
Yeah.
Do you have that whole thing memorized?
What my dad sent me a video this morning of me doing it. He was on one of my flights and doing the whole like doors and like the oxygen. Yeah. So he sent me the video. I was like, I'm gonna have to make a TikTok now.
I was just gonna say, do a TikTok doing it.
Yeah. My audience.
Except you're directing people out of the villa.
Yeah. Well, there were some people. Get them out.
Get them out. I love it. Oh my gosh. Abby, it's been so fun talking to you today.
Oh no, it's been really lovely to talk to you guys. I've had fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you again for coming on. To everyone listening, please like this video, leave comments down below of any more questions you have for Abby. And we will link Abby's socials down below. So go give her a follow. And again, Abby, thanks so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you. Bye.